Hi, everyone. So I'm here today to give you your astrology from April the 14th through the 20th. I hope you enjoy. If you want to go directly to the dates of the week, I recommend you checking out the description bar below. I put timestamps down there. I also have information on how to make an appointment with me if you're interested in having that transformative way of using your energy to change your life. So let's talk a little bit about that this week. This week will begin with a little bit of a tug of war between your new version and your old version. The people that are used to you being a certain way, and the people that are accepting the fact that you are evolving and changing and growing and expanding. Then, as the week continues, we get this supercharged energy as Taurus moves into, the center focus as we enter into Taurus season. And then we're ready to just break down every wall and limitations. We're full of juice. We're ready to impulse ourselves into the future. It feels like an energy of expansion and change. So, very good news because it feels like the energy that was holding us back, especially with that energy of the Venus retrograde, is finally loosening up and we're feeling the effects of it. So let's start with this Monday. Monday, the 14th, the moon will be in Scorpio and Saturn will be conjunct the North Node. This is actually a really big deal. In this energy, we will find ourselves think having the influence of other people. So remember how I told you that, stuff is coming out of, I want to say, the way that things were, right? And Saturn being in the North Node is you being disciplined as to the person you say you are. North Node is where we decided when we were born that we wanted to move towards in our lives. It's kind of the person we are supposed to be projecting throughout this world, right? And so you're being told this is the person that you're supposed to be. Are you going to stay disciplined in that authority and that sovereignty within yourself, or are you going to let yourself waver? The energy of the moon in Scorpio, it's people that are not happy with you taking your place, for you putting on your crown, for you sitting in your throne, for you taking the authority that is yours, and kind of giving you a little bit of pushback. So I need you to be very mindful of that, because the things outside are going to tell you no, while the things inside are telling you, are you just going to sit here and let them tell you no? And you're going to have that tug of war within yourself, like standing firm in your belief systems and what you know is right for you. So I would recommend you to do things that keep you grounded. I would also like you to really know that no is a complete sentence, as it's okay for you to say no, and start moving forward in that life that you know it's for you. So keep that in mind. If you have a little bit of pushback from somebody, or somebody's being a little bit extra spicy with you or static with you, they're just being influenced by the signs. You are aware of it, and you're not going to let yourself move down that rabbit hole, because you know who you are, and you don't have to redefine yourself to anybody else. You just know, right? Sometimes I feel when somebody has to defend who they are is because they don't believe they are that person yet. So when you are who you are, there's no need for you defending yourself. And that's what I can tell you about that Monday. Now let's go to Tuesday. On Tuesday, the 15th, the moon will still be in Scorpio and now create a trine in Saturn in Pisces. This is interesting because this doesn't have to do, again, with you. Again, the moon entering Scorpio is something outside of you. This is world energy. This is collective energy. This is whatever. And this is influencing you. And this energy of the trine of Saturn in Pisces is interesting because the the energy of Saturn in Pisces is a 3-year cycle that we are going to be entering. We're entering a 3-year cycle that will be ending February 23rd, 2028. Okay, this 3-year cycle speaks of the shift that is happening as we're moving from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. What does that mean? That means we've been in the age of Pisces since 50 BCE. We're moving into this new energy of the age of Aquarius, and it's supposed to be like completely solidified and active for the collective in 100. Okay, so some of us won't see the transition, but it does not matter because we're still feeling the effects of it. What you do now will be affecting how that transition shifts in the future. Okay. So, what we're feeling and how you will feel in the collective is more intuitively a pushback. I don't want the world to change. While we were in the age of Pisces, I had power, I had authority, things were my way. I didn't have to, I can pretend to be this person in physical while I was this person in spirit, and nobody can know the difference. And I like that, because a lot of things that were happening were people pretending to be spiritual or religious, or I want to say righteous and of the law, of the law, and actually were doing things underhandedly that were breaking all the rules that they were implementing and forcing upon another. That's what the age of Pisces was doing. And so now with this age of Aquarius, the masks are removed, the lights are shined, and you can see people's actions, their thoughts, their energies, everything. You can see a person is a liar, and there will be no way for that person to deny it, because unfortunately they're going to be very strongly influenced by the energies, and they will reveal themselves no matter how long they try to hold up that facade. And so, of course, as this energy is shifting, there is a collective, I want to say, turbulence, right? Chaotic energy where you're feeling very uncomfortable. Why? Because these people are feeling like, wait, I don't want everybody to know what I'm doing behind closed doors. I don't want people to know what I really think. I want people to pretend that I'm this person or believe that I'm this person, because that's what society accepts. And I can have clients and I can have people that are around me and I can have that support, right? And so now it's kind of like, the push and pull. This is why I told you that the beginning of the week is kind of like a push and pull energy. Really not so much you, but you're seeing it outside of yourself, around you. People acting weird, things being kind of up and about, and everything kind of upside down and topsy-turvy, because people, things, energies, countries, citizens, cities, whatever, are revealing their true faith. If they pretended to be of the people, and now they're starting to show how, like, communistic they are, that kind of energy. Okay, as a point of reference for somebody to understand how this is working out. And that's the same at home, like, kind of like the religion seemed like this, and now you're really realizing what they are. The family members wore this facade, and now they're actually here. And so that's what we're going to be seeing. And again, this is a shift that will be taking place for 3 years, like the mask being removed, and it's just going to be a shit show. So I would say buckle your seats, and get yourself ready, because that's what the energy is all about. Okay, now let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday, the 16th, the moon will enter the sign of Sagittarius while Mercury enters Aries. This is a lot of fire, with the Aries and the Sagittarius. This is communication, and this is changes, manifestations. The energy of manifestation is around, right? And so, what we're seeing here is this energy where movement is happening. People are aggressively speaking as to how this movement is affecting their lives. And there might be some aggressivity from the people around you. I swear to God, this is the worst of it. Wednesday is the peak of the ugly, right? And then we get past the hump and things get better. But Wednesday is where people are going to be vocal of how this is not fair. I'm not liking this, blah, 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 blah. And then if you're part of the change agents, the things that are changing, you are then the target, because it's your fault everything is changing. It's not because the actual planet is shifting, consciousness is shifting, people are awakening, things are evolving. It's not that. It's because you are the problem. One of those things. So I would say the best thing you do is just do not engage with these people. You will not change a person that doesn't have ears to hear nor eyes to see. So we have this saying that says there's no worse deaf person than the one that does not want to hear, or blind person than the one that refuses to see. And this is what this collective that is losing their power and authority is going through. So keep that in mind. It might have you might notice people acting a little bit extra, a little bit extra emotional, a little bit extra snappy, a little bit extra too much. That's them dealing with the shifts of the energy. If you understood the assignment in I'm just going to say 2012 and then all the way to 2022, like that 10-year cycle, you already knew this was coming. So you were already getting prepared to like move forward. There was these ones that are like, yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, it's not happening. Yeah, it's not happening. And now they're realizing it's happening. And now they're being pulled by their ears, by their nose, by all kinds of stuff to the direction it's supposed to be. Of course, they're uncomfortable. Of course, they're not happy. Of course, they're going to act like a-holes, right? So just do what you have to do. I'm not saying for you not to continue being you, but just act like you don't exist. I'm just gonna keep going, right? But just be mindful also that there are gonna be a lot of aggressive people during, I want to say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of this week. All right. So now let's go to Thursday. Thursday the 17th, Mercury is still in Aries, but now does a conjunction with Neptune in Aries. Okay, so we have two energies in Aries that are all about leadership, about fire, but about burning away the BS, right? We have Mercury, which is all about communication, and Neptune is all about your subconscious mind, the things that you don't reveal from the world, your inner truth, okay? So this energy feels very, very strong, like a spiritual awakening. Like a flow of energy that moves into the collective that cannot be ignored, that cannot be doubted, that cannot be, it's like it is what it is. And you must listen and you must move in this direction because it's just going to take you. Okay. This will give you this energy where you're going to feel strong. You're going to feel active. You're going to feel leader. You're going to feel like somebody charged your battery. The things that you used to doubt about yourself. I'm not really a leader type person. I'm not really a teacher type person. I'm not really an activist. I'm not really this. I'm not really that. These words that you used to say about yourself, that no longer is going to play a role anymore. It's like a burning fire inside of you that awakens, and you must actively be what it is that you were called to be. And it's going to manifest gifts that you have that, like, in the spirit mean one thing, but in the 3D mean another. And it's going to activate the jobs that you're going to be going towards, the people that you're going to migrate to, and the energies that you're supposed to be around. It's like a revelation of who you truly are. So let's say that you're in a group that is of a higher frequency than what you are. Then this activation will actually create a situation where people see you and then they kind of cast you out of the way and you end up in a different group. Like people start pushing you out of their group because you're not of their same frequency and they can see you. That but in the same token, if you're in a group that's lesser and you are a higher frequency, all of a sudden you have this thing like, I can't be around these people. I can't do this anymore. I can't eat this food. I can't do this activity that I've been doing this whole entire time. It's not resonating with me. It's not my vibration. I got to get out of here. And so be mindful, because if you're the one that's losing, of course you're going to be upset. But at the same time, if you are the one that is awakening and stepping into your power, your throne, your authority, this is going to be a very, very fruitful, energetic, positive time for you. This is going to be a time where you win. Okay, so now let's go to Friday. Friday the 18th, the moon will enter the sign of Capricorn while Mars enters Leo. So Capricorn is the energy of discipline and practicality and like these are the rules kind of thing, right? They're also known as the devil energy because they have a tendency of throwing chains on a situation, right? No, you can't move beyond this line because this is the rules, which many people might not like, but it's actually something very good because we all need structure, right? Because if not, it's just all chaos and that's not good. And then we have this energy of Mars in Leo, which is helping us move, take action. It's like we've been January, February, March, the majority of that whole entire time, and like in this energy and kind of some of April, I'm not going to lie, and because of that Venus energy, where we've been slow, sluggish, held back. There's been too much power given to darker forces, to those that are of the lower frequencies. And this is when that power is taken away and you are given back your power, your authority, your autonomy, your strength. And so you might find yourself having a lot more spunk, having a lot more energy, having a lot more desire to move things and do things. So if you were planning on doing stuff, but you felt like every single time you kind of started, it would like fall. Um, these last couple of months, it was on purpose because the energy was just funk. But now it's like this moving, this moving, this moving. It might start slowly and then it starts picking up, kicking up, picking up. It's like you were stuck in this ugly, nasty ass nightmare for this entire time. And then all of a sudden, you woke up and you're like, oh, it was just a nightmare. I can do something now. That thing doesn't have that power over me. I don't have, I'm not less than. I can take back my power and do what I'm supposed to do. So this is an awakening of taking action, of moving forward, of taking back what was stolen. Okay. So I'm seeing that initiating on that Friday, the 18th. Okay. So now let's go to Saturday. Saturday, the 19th, the sun will enter the sign of Taurus, and Taurus season, the season of the bull, begins. Happy birthday to everyone that is of Taurus season. You guys are the breaking down barrier energy. It's like correcting the what was broken. There's walls that were created, limitations and blocks, and this period is one that breaks down all these walls and limitations, and it's like a fu to the universe. Like, no, I'm not going to be held back, I'm not going to be tied down, I'm not going to be limited. So this is very good about the Taurus. It's kind of like they keep chugging along and they do not slow down, and that's something that all of us are going to feel an activation of. Now, the season will continue until at least May 20th. So it's not like it will all happen automatically on the 19th, but you will see a progression of this inner fight, inner resilience inside of you all the way through May 20th. Okay. So be ready to be extra spicy, extra like hell no, we won't go. I just heard hell no, we won't go in my head. So it's like one of those things where you're going to be motivated to create that change and to remove those obstacles that do not serve you, to remove those obstacles that are created to stop you and limit you. You are going to be moving towards your greatness because you are great and you know it. Now, keep in mind that historically, if you look at the seasons of Taurus, the season of Taurus has a large, I want to say, impact on political revolutions, on war, on scientific breakthroughs, on historical changes. It's kind of like historically, as humans, when we're in this energy of the sun entering Taurus, this is our breakthrough period. And we are being strongly helped with all the other planetaries placements as we are being released from so many confining energies. And we're being bound to break through our manifestations. So a very good period of time that we're entering starting the 19th. Now, let's go to Sunday the 20th. Sunday the 20th, the moon will enter the sign of Aquarius while the sun is in Taurus, square Mars and Leo. Venus will be in Pisces, creating a sextile with Uranus in Taurus. And finally, Mercury is in Aries, creating a sextile with Pluto in Aquarius. This is a very strong, energetic day. I think it's like initiating us to what's coming because of that shift that we moved into the age of Aquarius and the age of Taurus, the time of Taurus. You're getting your imagination back. You're getting like a desire to do a lot of things. You're motivated, you see the world a different way, blah blah blah, all this stuff. The funny thing is that with this square of Mars and Taurus, you're also being held back, like you're also being limited. So it's like, hurry up, yes, we got this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do this, and then you're reeling it in. And the reason the world is doing that, or the universe did that, is because of this energy of Venus and Pisces creating a sextile in Uranus and Taurus. Um, it can make you a little extra, like too optimistic, too I'm going to change the world-ish, right? It's a little bit too much. And then also like it creates a situation where we are willing to change everything but all at once, which then creates a little bit of chaos. So it's kind of like the reason they're pulling you back is so that you don't bite off more than you can chew and you can finish what it is that you're supposed to finish. So it's like, let's say everybody in their stupid New Year's resolutions, right? Where they're like, I'm going to eat healthier. I'm going to work out every single day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. When they've never been to a gym and they eat junk all the time. Of course, by February, you fail, right? But by February, you fail because of the fact that you did too many things at one time. Baby steps can get you where you want to be. But this is an amazing energy for you to see the things that you need to do. Another thing that is happening that I need you guys to be aware of is this Mercury in Aries creating a sextile in Pluto in Aquarius. What is that? That is this energy where so many things outside of you are happening at the same time. This is crazy weather patterns. And this is crazy economies. This is people being crazy in revolutions. This is crazy health situations that come through. This is, I feel like it's bringing forth so many things at once, right? Threats of war, blah, 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 homeless stuff, everything at once. And that means that you have to be like quick decision. Oh, I'm going to have to do this. Oh, I'm going to have to do this. I got to get prepared this way. I got to be prepared that way. And so that's another reason why they're holding you back, because yes, you're in this energy of I want to change the world, I want to change myself, I want to change everything, but the world is also changing at the same time and there's shifts. And I feel like I said, weather patterns being crazy, diseases coming in that are crazy, things with the economy that are crazy, like everything hitting you at once. Like I see the 8 of Wands in my mind's eye, which is quick messages, quick action, quick movement, but all at the same time. So you're like, I can't juggle all this change at the same time. So that being said, it is very important you keep grounded. It is very important for you to focus on goals. It is very important for you to realize the changes that are absolutely required at these precise moment that will help you and your family and your loved ones, and then make a list so of the order of importance, right? Because losing 200 pounds is not as important as making sure we have something to eat every single day, right? So this is what I'm saying. I'm seeing like focus on the order of importance, focus how you can channel this order of importance so it can bring you what you need, and then control a little bit the chaos. If you see that your day on Sunday doesn't feel so chaotic, just we're all in different timelines. You can get hit on this a little bit later, but it's kind of like this feeling of like anticipation, like something's coming. You don't see it yet, but you feel it coming. That's what I can tell you is definitely going to be felt on Sunday. I hope this helps you. It's going to be a very interesting time, but it is a time that we can create a lot of impactful change in our lives. So if you take this opportunity, you will see the change that can happen for your greatest good. Thank you. We'll see you the next time.